I've seen that many people who are new to the data field, they still get confused with the job role of data scientist and data engineer. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the difference between data scientist and data engineer. Let's get started. So when you work on a data project, typically you would see that there are three job roles on that particular project. First is data engineer, then you have a data analyst and data scientist. So let's say that you have decided to build a project for predicting credit card default based on the historical data while working in a data team in bank. Now for delivering this project, first of all, data scientists, they would need data sets related to historical data related to customers, their personal information, then their credit information, their transaction information, and along with that information about whether they have resulted in credit card default or not. So all this information data scientists would need for building their machine learning models. So the role of a data engineer is to identify where this information is situated, identifying all those data sources from where this information can be extracted, and they have to extract that information, transform that information, and load that information into a database or let's say a data lake which they are creating for a data science team. So role of a data engineering team is getting data from various data sources and loading them in a single data source or a data lake from where your data science or a data analytics team can consume the data. So as a data engineer, you would need skill sets like Python, SQL, then you need skill sets like MongoDB, experience of working on Hadoop, Apache Spark, all these big data technologies you should know to become a data engineer. And as a data scientist, your main skill sets would be Python, SQL, machine learning, and building machine learning models for solving the business problems. So this is the role difference between data engineer and a data scientist. Now you might be thinking whether you should try to become a data engineer or a data scientist where there is a more scope. So my recommendation to all of you is you take this decision based on your interest. So if you are someone who likes to write a lot of programs in SQL, who likes to build data pipelines and like Python programming, then you can target data engineering roles. If you are someone who wants to analyze the data, create insights from the data, or build machine learning models to solve the business problems, then you should target data scientist role. Because data scientists, they are closer to the business problems. They are going to use the data which is built by data engineering team within the database or a data lake for solving the business problem. And in any project, both of these job roles are very important. So data scientists, they cannot deliver their projects without data engineers. So both the job roles are important within any data project. And typically you would see that when any company, when they start building their data organization, they first build their data engineering team, which takes all those data sources, gets the data in right format, builds those data lakes and databases. And then they start building their data science and data analytics team, which can consume this data for solving the business problems. So in terms of the number of job roles, generally I have seen that at this moment, the number of job roles for data engineering are on a higher side as compared to data science, because many companies are still getting into that transition of identifying value behind the data. So they are building their data sources, data lakes. But in 1 or 2 years from now, the number of job roles for data science and analytics would be on a higher side, because once these data lakes are built, you need data scientists and data analysts to create value based on this data. Now, when it comes down to compensation, the compensations for data engineering roles are also good. But generally in the market, you will see that the compensation for data science role is on a higher side. So if you are targeting the high paying jobs, then obviously data science is a good profession. And for those of you who are freshers, you can target any kind of a job role. So even if you start as a data engineer, later you can use skill sets like working on data, Python, SQL, which you have learned through your data engineering profile to become a data scientist in future. So you can easily switch between these profiles even after you target one of the job profiles within data engineering and data scientist. So I hope you guys now got clarity regarding what is data engineer and what is data scientist and what's the difference between these roles. So now think about what kind of career you want to target based on your interest and start learning the technologies. Now if you see commonalities between these two roles, both the roles would require Python and SQL programming. So if you are still not sure whether you want to become a data engineer or a data scientist or a data analyst, my recommendation is, if not anything, start learning Python and SQL. That's going to help you to target multiple job roles within data industry. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.